Yo, yo, what's poppin', everybody? You know what it is. It's that kid Nice representing that DFW Battle League in the 4-0. Get your fours up. If you didn't know, now you know. Here's the thing. I wanted to do a brief recap, semi-brief recap of our last Battle League, last DFW Battle League event, Genocide. If you weren't at the Genocide battle, if you were not at that card, you missed out, man. You missed out on some classic, dope shit. So I would definitely encourage everybody to be at the next one if they certainly can. Man, there were some haymaker bars were thrown that night. Um, it was just a great all around lineup. Even though despite that, for whatever reason, I don't know, a lot of spit that he catch couldn't show up. I don't know what was going on with Blow or our league. I don't know. I'm not really an inside guy on the business end as far as all that's concerned. I will say that a lot of battles that were supposed to take place on the card didn't go down because a vast majority of those cats were from Spit That Heat, and I guess they couldn't make it down. To be honest, I'm not sure. So a lot of the battles that were supposed to take place unfortunately could not. Again, from a battler's point of view, what can you do about that? You can't really do anything about that. Your opponent doesn't show up for whatever reason, it just sucks. I personally been through it several times, as a lot of my DFW fam know. Um, but anyway, so to get into the battles themselves, I'm really not gonna go over too many lines that were said. There were some crazy haymakers, some crazy bars that were thrown around that night for damn sure, man. But I don't want to spoil anything. Like I don't want to be what's that like spoiler alerts. I don't do spoiler alerts, or bar teasers or whatever. That's not really me. So everybody that wasn't there that night, when the battle started dropping on cam, I just want you to be able to see and hear the classic and dope lines that are to your liking for yourself. Now that being said, the venue itself, I'm not gonna touch on that. I know like some bloggers and battlers and whatnot, when they'll start off recapping the actual event and the accommodations and the food and the time and all that. That's really, man, I don't personally, me, I don't care about that aspect of a recap. So I'm not gonna touch on that. I will just hop into the battles. And my bad, like if I don't remember the exact order because, like I said, for whatever reasons, certain dudes couldn't make it, so the order was just kind of, rearranged and carried on, as it needed to be. So if I fuck up the order, my bad. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. So the first battle of the night, Tedious, yeah, Tedious versus Javier. I think it was Javier. I'm pretty sure that's his name. My bad, bro. If I mess up your name or whatever, I hadn't seen your battles before. If you've battled before, I don't know. But anyway, Javier definitely like he came with it for his first. I know it was his first time battling in our league. I don't know if that was his first time battling at all or whatnot. But I mean, he brought it. Like I'm not gonna say like he really stumbled or choked around. I could definitely tell like he'd practiced and he had his shit down. That much was obvious to anybody. Um, Now that being said, I think Tedious came heavier. Okay, and if anybody's seen Tedious battle before, he's only had a few battles. I haven't had much more than him, but he's kind of choked in the past and stumbled around and shit like that. But this was a completely different Tedious, a completely different Tedious. I can tell that he has been practicing and he's been in the lab and he's been writing and taking his shit very seriously because there was a couple of times, and no offense to you, bro, at all, but there was a couple of times where me and a couple of the other battlers were on stage. We're like, ah, man, is that the same guy? Is that even the same dude? So yeah, Tedious was going in. Javier, he came back like he fought, but overall, I mean, Tedious got it, man. Tedious got it, which was awesome because I know that he has, as I said, has had a few stumbles and whatnot in the past, so I'm sure that felt pretty good for him. Um, it was enjoyable for us, and yeah, keep that shit up, man. Leo, I don't know if that's your protege or whatnot. I could recognize some Leo. I could recognize some body viewer in some of the like the timing in the bars and whatnot. So I may see what's be going on, but that's good though. That's dope shit. It's definitely been paying off. Um, you know what? I can't remember if I went second or third. I honestly can't remember. I guess I'll just go ahead and jump into my battle. So I had a one rounder, a classic one rounder against DT. And I know some people are going to see this and say, well, of course you're going to say it's a classic. You're biased. You're the one that battled in it. But no, like for real, this was some classic shit. I'm really not trying to, like big my own self up and big my ego up, because trust me, if you know me, that's not who I am. And you can ask any of the Dfwbl fam. I've always been a pretty humble guy by nature. But this was a classic. This was a fucking classic. DT brought it just like I knew he would, and I was actually really anxious to battle DT. I'm not even gonna front. I watched some of his battles before, him battling on A Hat, and I think in a couple other leagues. That's the bro now. That's the dude. Just overall cool guy, and I knew he would bring his shit, and he did. He definitely brought a fight. We just had a one round battle. If we had gone three, I don't know who would have taken that, to be completely honest, because that was tough. That was just a tough battle. So, I personally feel like I did get it. I wouldn't be mad at all if he feels like he got it. I wouldn't be mad at all if other people felt like he got it, or if more people felt like I got it. I think this one's going to come down to preference. It's going to come down to, kind of what styles do you prefer, what type of wordplay do you prefer. I think it's going to be more of a preference-based battle, but either way, it was a classic battle. So if people want to say it's a debatable, I don't blame them at all. It was heavy. It was really, really heavy. Like I said, it was only a one rounder. So maybe if we had gotten to go one other round to see, if even a second round, if someone could have bodied, someone more in the second round, then, maybe it would have been a little bit more clear. But the thing is we both took each other very short notice, like 2 to 3 days prep. And the reason for that is because our opponents backed out. I think I had like 2 opponents back out, and he had 1 or 2 changes up or something like that. So we didn't have a lot of preparation. So for the prep time that we had, we both went at each other's neck. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna spoil any of my lines. I'm not gonna spoil any of his lines. He had one crazy bar that even I, midpoint during the battle, was just like, man, y'all gotta clap that shit up, man, because it was. And everybody that was there, exactly which line I'm talking about. And that's the thing I like about our league. Just a quick insert is that we don't really care where you're from, and that's what I was telling the bro, is that we don't really care where you're from. We just respect bars. We respect the fucking bars, and he brought bars for damn sure. I'm not gonna front on that, man. So anyway, that was classic. That was definitely a classic. Plan 9 versus, I hope I say the name right, Carson, Kassan, maybe it was Kassan. Man, I'm sorry if I'm fucking that fucking shit up. Kassan, I'm gonna, man, that one actually, because Kassan brought it too. Kassan brought it. Plan, of course, we all know Plan is a vet. A lot of people think he beat Street. A lot of people think he lost. I like, a lot of people think that they're, a lot of people are gridlocked on that battle, on that decision. So Plan definitely came hungry. He came just as hard as I knew that he would. He's an aggressive battler. He's, he has that fast breakdown style, that multi-syllabic style that I'm a big fan of. And it kind of reminds me of Disaster in a way. And I don't know if he likes hearing that or not, Plan. I'm sorry, my bro. I'm sorry, man. But I like that shit anyway. I think that shit's dope anyway. So anyway, I'm gonna give it to Plan, and people can say that that's some hometown bias. If they want to say that, I understand that. I could see how it could be 2-1 either way. There wasn't a clear body on that battle. At least I don't think so. Both came in attack. Because Kassan, he brought it. He definitely brought it, and they both fought. It was a fight. So I'm giving it to Plan, but I'm edging it to Plan. Like it's not by a lot. But I still think he took the dub. That's how I feel about it. Of course, y'all can decide for yourselves. And of course, the main event, the three-way, first ever three-way in the South, by the way, which took place at DFW between Benny, Street, and Sparta. That shit was crazy. Crazy. They all three went in. All three went in. There's many times during when they were spitting where I lost my shit on stage. So they all brought it. All brought it. I don't know who to give it to. I really don't. That shit, and we were talking about this the other day. That would have to go 3 rounds. It was a 2-round battle. I can definitely understand why it was 2, because it takes quite some time for all 3 to spit and then change. And the way they did it was one would stand in the middle, you know, and then spit towards the other 2, and then as each battle rapper, you know, every time it was someone's time to spit, they would just change. So like Street would be in the middle, and then once he was done, you know, like Benny and then Sparta, and they just went in like kind of like a triangular rotation. It was dope. But yeah, it was a 2-round battle. Unfortunately, during the second round, while Benny was spitting, there was an incident with one of our battle fam, and I'm not going to really touch on that because he kind of had an unexpected health issue. If you were there, you know what I'm talking about. I'm just glad he's okay. I checked in with bro the next day. He's doing all right. But anyway, that kind of brought down some of the intensity during the second round, during the middle of Benny's second. But I guess just to kind of start off with the rounds, I would have to give either Sparta or Benny round 1. That's not to say Street didn't bring it in round 1. He definitely did. Benny's wordplay was just, we all knew it was going to be crazy, but it was just on another level. I mean, we expected it to be on another level, and it was. Sparta, same thing, was on a whole nother level. He had one thing, man, I don't want to spoil shit, but he had one thing where it caught me off guard. It was crazy what he did. I will say that he was rapping at Street, and this is in his first round, and then just kind of like switched it up. But again, I don't want to say too much, but it was it was crazy dope. It was so creative. There was a lot of creativity, a lot of fucking creativity with wordplay, performance, and all that in that 3-way fight. So I would have to give Benny or Sparta round 1 personally, and a lot of people are gonna feel differently. I'm giving Street round 2. The reason I'm giving Street round 2 is oh my god, he had a brilliant creative, I would just say surprise, and you'll see when the footage drops. You'll see what I'm talking about. Again, if you weren't there, if you're there, you know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. But he had an unexpected gift for everybody. I would say I wasn't expecting it at all. And if he ever brings that gift to the table, if we ever battle and you ever bring that gift back to the table, whew, I might be shaking in my boots. I'm not gonna lie, because shit, son, I was not prepared for that. It caught so many people off guard. It was just so dope. And he had a thing going on. I will say this: he had a thing going on with 2 of the other well-known battle rappers, especially from my rookie class. I guess if you want to call us rookie, whatever, if we even are rookies at this point anymore. But from my class, that he kind of interacted with. It's kind of hard to touch on that without giving shit away. But recap's running over. I didn't want to do a recap past 15 minutes. Anyway, the shit was dope. When it comes, I think they're gonna work on a trailer. Hopefully, release that, and then they'll start dropping the battles after that. So yeah, be sure to check them out. Be sure to come to the next event, with DFW Battle League. I hope to see many more of you there. Follow me on Twitter if you see this and aren't already, @NiceOfficial. Follow follow DFW Battle League. I can't talk today, and all the other battle rappers, because we are putting on for Texas and for the South. Come fuck with us, man. Come fuck with the movement. Nice. Out.